Well, yeah, there are things, but you need to be slightly more detailed because, you know, stuff, things is a good math word and stuff is a good science word, but you really need to have a little bit more behind it than that.
We had 5-2 right now.
5-2. We already did 5-1 after the test the other day, didn't we? Okay, good. If we get time, we'll go back and look at the rest of the stuff. So, what are the things when they're written like this? What's going on? What's the big number called?
The coefficient?
No, sorry. Coefficient was the number in front of a letter.
The variable.
The name they give it is the base.
Oh.
And what's the little number called?
Exponent.
Yeah, okay, good. So tell me, what's a relationship? What does an exponent do?
What?
That wouldn't be it. Sorry.
Exponent tells you how many times you're going to multiply that base.
It tells you how many times that base number is being multiplied. So what's the actual relationship between the big number, the base, and the little number, the exponent? What math is going on between them? Is 4 to the second power 4 times 2?
Addition.
No.
No.
There isn't any. That's the point. That there is no math going on between the base and the exponent. The base isn't even really a number. Actually, not the base. The exponent is not a real number. It's shorthand. That's all it is. It's another way of math being lazy. Someone didn't want to have to write 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. So they invented this shorthand so they didn't have to write it all out. That's all it is. Put a big old star on your notes and a big whatever. This is not really a number. It is short hand only. And I make a point about that because every semester I have people trying to do math with exponents. I see this all the time. People, oh, hey, 3 squared is 6. Is that true?
No.
No, what is it?
No.
So what does the exponent do? What was it you were saying?
It tells you how many times the base will be multiplied by itself.
It is how many times the base is multiplied by itself. So, and how often do you use exponents in real life? Exactly. Never. About the only time might be, oh, if we got to put in new carpet, we use square yards or square feet. But that's not even math, is it? That's measuring. Or how many square feet is that wall so we can paint it. There's no math going on there. So if they ask you like here to simplify, what does that mean? How can you simplify this?
Would it be 4 to the 3rd?
Well, let's find out. What did you say this 2 stands for?
How many times?
How many times 4 big muscle? This would be 4 times 4. Agreed? And 4 to the 3rd would be
4 times 4 times 4.
4 times 4 times 4. So how many 4s do we have?
5.
5. So is there a shortcut you can use?
Adding the exponents.
Yeah, if you've got the same base, the shortcut is we can say 4 to the 2 plus 3. But that's all it is. It's a shortcut. If you do the 6th thing, then you're treating them like they're real numbers and you're saying 2 times 3. Is that what's going on there? No. So what about something like 22? I'm going to change the number because I get annoyed when they use the same numbers over and over. If you're going to simplify 3 times 3 to the 4th, you're going to get. Is that a question mark?
No. No.
Well, this is 4 3s. Agreed?
Yes.
How many 3s are here?
1.
How do you know?
1.
Because it's there. It has to be 1 because it's there. True? So how many 3s have I got? What is the exponent if you don't see it?
1.
1. Always 1. Why do they not put it in? Well, that, yeah. They justify it by saying, well, if the number's there, it's got to be there at least once. And if it's more than once, I have to tell you. So we don't have to write the 1 in. It's just understood. So what about something like 24? Now I'm going to change that slightly. Call it 24b. -3 to the 2nd and -3 to the 4th. What would that be? Simplified.
-3 to the 6.
I'm going to disagree with you.
I don't know. Wouldn't it be -3 times -3? It would be 3 to the 6.
I disagree with both of you.
That's right.
What does the exponent affect?
The -3.
No.
Both of the parentheses, so it should have been both.
Exponents affect what's immediately to the left. What is immediately to the left of that little 2?
The -3 and the parentheses.
No, the parentheses. So the parentheses is going to be repeated. What happens to be in those parentheses? It doesn't matter, but it's the parentheses that's being repeated. So what's this one going to? That means we got 4 of these parentheses. And they all happen to have the same thing in there. So if you put that together and simplify it, what's it going to be?
Negative. The same thing.
I know what you're saying, but you're one little thing that's missing.
Parentheses.
Bingo. It's -3 in parentheses, the 6th power. Now, why is that important? Why am I making such a big deal about it?
Because it'll change the answer.
Chapter 1, quiz 1, test 1. The first time you guys failed the challenge. You remember the difference between this and this?
Yeah.
What's the difference? This affects the parenthesis itself. I knew we talked about this.
That's going to be a positive answer, and that one's going to be a negative answer.
What gets repeated here?
Just the 7.
Only the 7. So do you see how if they put something in parentheses, they're saying the whole kit and caboodle is getting repeated? Because what is -3 to the 6th power, which is what you originally said to me? This would be only the 3 gets repeated. -3. Do you see how this is going to be a completely different answer?
Yeah.
Because this answer is going to be negative.
Yeah.
This one is positive. So put a little note on in your notes. If it's in parentheses, you probably better leave it in the parentheses. Because here's another way they're going to try to sneak things by you. What if it was a fraction? 2/3 to the fourth power. Yeah. Times 2/3 to the fifth power. That would be the shortcut. What are you gonna get? I disagree, because what you just told me was
In the
this.
parentheses.
What you just said was 2/3 to the ninth power. What is the exponent next to?
Parentheses.
No, well, up here it's next to the parentheses. Down here, it's only next to the 2. So what you're telling me is that you have 9 2s on the top and only 1 3 on the bottom. Is that what's going on?
No.
No. So how do you tell it the whole thing's getting the 3, the 9 also applies to the 3? Put the full thing in parentheses. Because if you don't, we're gonna have issues. Another place they're gonna mess with you. Look at 33 and 34. If you simplify 33, what's the answer?
Seven to the seventh power.
Yes. Was it the first one to the third power?
Yeah.
And the fourth power?
Yeah.
So yes, these apply to the parentheses themselves. So I'm gonna have 7 sets of parentheses. And inside happens to be. Now don't overthink this and go, well, wait a minute, 7 negatives is a negative. Do you know what n is? What if n was a negative number? Then the opposite of n would be a positive number. Could that change things? Possibility. So whatever they give you, if it's in parentheses, just leave the full thing in parentheses, okay? What about 35 through 40?